AICM.
My dear friends of the Ukrainian-Canadian Association, we send you this video to show how important was, is, and will be your support. Even before the start of the war, you trust us to buy medicines, blankets, food and hygienic kits that we pre-positioned in our small warehouses. This humanitarian aid was vital for those who lived in the martyred cities of Rubizhne and Chuguyev, because they were under the fires of Russia from the beginning of the conflict. Unable to move around without risk, the doctors and nurses of Rubizhne, for example, cared for the wounded with your medicines in the basement of the hospital. Food and blankets enabled them to hold out until their evacuation only 15 days ago. They arrived here in Poltava with your plates, before being directed to centers for refugees. As you know, we lost our warehouses in Irpin, Brovary, Chuguyev, Severodonetsk and Rubizhne, completely destroyed, and the access to Odessa is now impossible. Faced with the Russian advance, we decided to move all our team here from Kiev to Poltava mid-March. And we started making the first convoys in March 18 to Sumy, still in combat zone, with the protection of the United Nations. And we have rented 2 new warehouses in Poltava. Your financial support has given us the capacity to create what has become the largest multidisciplinary platform in the region and the second largest in Ukraine. It's thanks to your contributions that we have attracted international partners such as WFP, UNHCR, UNICEF, and especially from US Direct Relief of Santa Barbara, the International Rescue Committee of New York, and AmeriCares of Stanford in Connecticut. All of them have given us in-kind donations that we can store, prepare and deliver thanks to your donation. Unfortunately, we continue to need your help because Ukrainians are still suffering terribly from the conflict. Millions of refugees live in difficult conditions in centers where they need food, medicine and hygienic pack. To say that we have one of the largest humanitarian centers in Ukraine is also to have a heavy responsibility. We work with intensity to help the refugees, but also to form aid convoys to the martyred cities, which are colossal, from 40 to 200 tons twice a week. At this moment, 5,000 refugees and 35 to 70,000 inhabitants of heroic towns are helped by us each week. Your help allows us to ensure this dynamic, which is very important. Thanks to you, we now have a stock of nearly 40 million of in-kind donations in medicines, medical equipment, food, hygiene, and even generators for towns without electricity. In the middle of this chaos, with a low profile and deep respect for those who have lived through the horror of the past few weeks, we are doing our best to help as many people in need as possible. In a few days, there will be peace, we hope. And we will have to respond to the reconstruction efforts. Food will be gradually replaced by building materials, and we will participate in individual financial aid. Drugs and medical supplies will unfortunately still be needed for several years to come. But today, we are still in an emergency because at 120 kilometers from here, the fighting is still raging. Civilians are injured or killed, hospitals are destroyed or overwhelmed. And all around us, tens of thousands of refugees are arriving every day without any resources and often sick. Thank you for your support yesterday, today, and I hope tomorrow, because together we will be stronger. Всього буду, Україна!
AICM